everybody. Let's do this.
Hi,
Everybody. Welcome to
hello,
kdmoonchild
everybody.
World and the Lightworkers RoundTable. And my Lightworker tonight is Tracyralph.
Hi, everybody. Nice to be here.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, yes. Jenny is starting your new job. Ooh, traveling nurse.
Oh, nice.
I'm so excited for her. And
That's
we found out
awesome.
that we did a card reading, and the card reading said that she was going to get a new job and she was going to travel. And she went,
Nice.
I'm thinking about being a traveling nurse. And I was like, oh, that sounds great. And the next
Nice.
card I pulled said, go for it. And I told her, you should call that company.
Good
And
for
while we
you,
were
Jenny.
live, the company called her.
Nice.
And so, yeah, it was like one of those really cool things that happen sometimes. Like we were
You
talking,
like to hear things like that. That's awesome.
we were just talking backstage about how, what we do here is it's you guys in the chat.
It
You like
is.
watching us.
Hi,
And
Viviani, and hello, Jenny, and hello, Wolf Girl Oracle.
yes,
Oh,
Dali. Hi,
Wolf,
everybody. I'm
Wolf
Maddie.
Girl, like, she feeling better now? Like, I know that she was not well for a little while there.
She was catching a few because she just came off of a live about an hour ago with Jay,
Oh, there you go. All
with
right.
her 213. So yeah,
Awesome.
it was so weird. Yeah, I've had a couple things like that happen in a live stream where we read on it and the answer came like within 10 minutes after the reading. It was like validation. I don't
Yeah,
usually look for that.
that's nice though when it does happen, eh? Like,
Oh, it is. It was like it blew me away. And that was my validation that yes, this is what I'm supposed to do.
yeah.
So, and I love it. I love my subscribers. You guys give me your time.
And they've
And your
all got
time
such good energy.
is everything. So,
Yeah.
my dear sweet Tracy, tell us about you. What you do?
Well, for me lately, well, I just had a lot of dental stuff done, so I haven't been around or watching many programs or doing anything much. But at the same time, I'm just having to look back because I've had Saturn, as you know. We've had Saturn in our planet now,
You're
or
both Aquarius, you
yes,
guys.
in zodiac of Aquarius for 2 years, and it's leaving us soon. And it was a hard ass, but good at the same time. So I'm just trying to make sure because they will be moving into Pisces permanently. Come well, not permanently, but in dominantly in Pisces in March, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to make sure it'll be back and forth now between Aquarius and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I'm making sure that I tried to learn all the lessons that it put out there for me, and there was a ton of them. So I'm just reflecting and I'm giving myself some credit and trying to be kind to myself because there's been a lot,
Oh, heck
but
yeah.
it's been wonderful.
It's interesting
Okay.
hearing you talk like this
Yeah.
because since the last new moon, um, not since this Mercury retrograde kicked my ass. My father came through. It's just like that was yesterday.
Yeah.
My father doesn't normally come through because I really do believe he has reincarnated.
Right.
So it's a little different when he comes through, but I can
Right.
tell when he's around. It's just like Dolly did this beautiful video of her process
Yeah.
of she was smelling her dad. So
Yeah.
obviously he was trying to contact her. And she was like, Katie, what does it mean? And I'm like, you need to go meditate and talk to your dad. Go
Yeah.
find out what he needs. And she put this video out, which made me cry and brought
Aw.
dad forward for me. So,
Okay. Well, I know that today I had a nap earlier today, and I had clients that I used to work with that I've long passed and stuff like that. They were visiting me in my dreams today too, so I know what you're talking about. And I've been having weirdly dreams too, like strange stuff. But part of that is I
and
quit
then the
smoking.
next day, all that stuff that didn't make sense in your dreams, all it's like something happens and it all clicks and comes together.
Yeah, I get the feeling for a lot of them, it's just I think that there was a lot of spirit helping out with me for the last few years, and
Yes.
it's kind of like they're saying they're moving on again now because they've stepped in at different times to help
Yeah.
with different things. So it's like it's almost like congratulations, Tracy.
Here's your
And
diploma.
well, I don't know if I
Kinda.
graduated, but we got through it, kind of
Yeah.
thing. And there, I mean, I have to go back and learn
Uh-huh.
and go back over, and I mean, and that's the thing about life lessons too. Like people, there's only a certain amount of emotions we all have, right? So you
Right.
learn the exact same emotion through every lesson that you're learning. So it's
Yeah.
not too different. Like we all understand it,
Yes, don't try to
but
stifle those emotions, please, because
they're in
you're
the
blocking
exact
yourself.
same ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. But anyway,
You won't
so
learn that
that's
lesson with if you block yourself. Those
yeah.
emotions are given to us for a reason. People talk about, oh, I strive for ego death and shutting down my emotions. Boy, not me. Because ego, you need your ego. You need to
Yeah.
be working on incorporating ego and spirit
Yeah.
together,
You
working
do.
side by side. You
A
need
healthy
ego.
ego.
Ego is our primal fight or flight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We want to be in thrive mode, not survive mode, but yet we still need that survive, that little
Yes.
protection.
Absolutely.
So you don't want to strive for ego death.
No.
Um,
No.
I talked to someone at great length about this because he was all impressed because William Shatner, when he came back from his trip to outer space, talked about how he experienced ego death and that's his goal. And I went, wow, you don't want to feel anything?
I think he's probably
It's
referring to
shutting
just the
down.
negative ego. There's bad ego too.
Absolutely. What he was
So,
saying was he felt free like he was free of the constraints of ego.
yes.
That's
Yeah.
way different.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. So, my dear, you are a creative
Hello,
lady.
JR too. JR just popped
Good to
in.
see you, JR,
And
Jenny, and
Ricky.
Ricky.
Ricky, hello.
Yes. Good to see everybody. The chat. I love my chatters and my
Yes.
lurkers. Hi. I'm not like Lisa. I don't sing the song because I don't know all the words. Other ways I would sing.
Well, we can't sing it because she does it so well. So I mean, it would just
That's her gig, man.
sound awful, then, right?
Oh, yeah, I love it when she comes on here. She's a blast. She's so
Yeah,
much fun
she
to
is
work with.
fun, and she brings a good crowd with her too, right? Like
Oh,
every,
everybody is so much fun.
everybody's always expecting to have a giggle somewhere in
It's
that
that
house.
nasty women tarot crowd that she brings with.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
love all those guys. I can remember lots of nights in there just crying and can't breathe because I'm laughing so hard at those silly people. Everybody in the chat.
Well, in the chat too, there's some pretty funny lines that come out every now and again in there too. It's just
Yeah.
so fun.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Manasa, hi, my
Hello,
dear.
Vanessa.
Mwah. I need to talk to you. We need to get doing on our Nag Hammadi. I just was saying that Mercury retrograde has kind of kicked me in the butt, but I'm
Yeah.
back.
Vanessa is a pretty balanced woman. She's a
Yes, she
pretty
is.
sure of herself, confident
I love working with her.
within her own energy. Like she's amazing to me to listen to.
I
She's very
love working with her and
yeah.
knowing her and having her as my sister is wonderful. Just love her. I also think that she and Wolf Girl and I need to do something together. On
Oh,
somebody's one of the three of our channels, I think the three of us need to do something together. We
that
have
would
this
be
mutual
fun.
admiration society going on between the three of us. It's about damn time we work together. Oh, yeah. So, dear, you're all into the as I call them, rocks.
Yes,
Since
I
I live
am.
in the gemstone capital of the world.
Yes, you do. I'm jealous of that.
Well, I really would like to see here. I have almost a quarter of an acre right in the middle of town.
Oh, wow.
Big
Wow.
yard. I can put up some tents here. People aren't afraid to come and camp out, and it's a little chilly. But
Well,
I also have an RV hookup, believe it or not.
oh,
I'm right smack in the middle of town. So I was thinking it's hard to get a motel room
yes.
right now because Gemso started last weekend. No, it
Was it
starts
last
this
weekend?
weekend.
Oh,
Starts
okay.
this weekend. Everybody started coming in this week. That's another thing. I feel the stones coming in.
Yeah. Do you?
You're talking geodes big enough to sit in.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I know.
So of course you're gonna feel
I
that
watch
energy.
the shows on YouTube for the, oh, yeah. It'd just be like, oh,
Oh, you do. You really I never really noticed it so much until last year because they stopped it
yeah.
for a couple of years. We didn't have it because of COVID, and they started it up
Yeah.
again last year.
Yeah. Right.
And I started going, wow, what's so wow, this energy's weird. Where's this coming from? And then I'm thinking, the stones are arriving. It's Jim
Yeah.
show setup time. They
Yeah.
spend a week before.
I bet you do feel that energy all around. Yeah.
It's
I
all
wouldn't have thought of that,
around
but yeah, I don't know how you wouldn't feel all that.
the convention centers where the official thing is, but it's in every hotel downtown. It's on the frontage roads. It's in the vacant lots. Um, there's tents set up all over the place where the people are sending crafts. They sell paintings. It's just a really fun
Well,
time.
it's nice to see
3
it
whole
get
weeks.
going again because I think last year when they came in, they weren't nearly as many.
No, because stuff that I was watching Jen's World when she
Yeah,
came back and she was talking about it. They were complaining that stuff that would cost them $7,000 before COVID to
yeah.
have shipped was costing 30,000
Wow,
to have
wow.
shipped. So yeah, that kept a lot of people away. And I imagine we lost a lot of the vendors to the virus.
Yeah,
That's
well,
something we haven't really absorbed yet
yes,
because we're not completely through with this thing.
yeah.
You
You
know,
guys have
we don't
really
know
read
how many
it.
people in this world that are gone. We
Yeah,
haven't really
tallied it
had
up
the
or
chance
really,
to feel it yet.
yeah, yeah. There's been a lot in the last 5 years for sure.
That's a lot of the unemployment that we can't find workers. Well, gee, maybe that's because like one of the chicken people here and one of the ham people here forced their workers to work sick
Yeah,
and they died.
yeah,
It's like, okay,
yeah.
yeah, that's that herd immunity mentality. Kill off the herd and everybody's immune.
I was just reading what JR was putting down there, a petition for a reunion with Sharon and Lisa. That would be fun.
That would be fun for one night. It really would. And Arlene and Jay. You gotta have the 4.
Yeah.
Gotta have the 4. Gotta have our cabana boy. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Tracy, do people
Yes.
react to gemstones in different ways? I don't
Yes.
know
And,
why.
and,
I love amethyst, but
and
when people
at different times in our lives too, right? Different things we're going through, we're drawn to different stones.
absolutely.
And I don't think there's a bad stone out there. Like you just, whatever one you're drawn to, wear it. Like,
That's what I do. I
yeah,
hold them in my hand.
yeah,
You guys all know what my card reading table looks like. I have to walk by it when I get out of bed every morning to go to the bathroom. I have to walk by my card reading area. This is
right.
my sacred space.
I
So when I
find as
come
an
back
air sign,
through, I'll have run my hand over my stones and see which ones I'm feeling, and that usually will be whatever one I'm like sticking in my
right.
bra or whatever for the day.
I'm an air sign. I'm a double air sign. I have Gemini as well in my thing. So, and
Tracy,
and I'm very
who
connected
do
to
I?
I'm very connected to my guides and angels and stuff. So for me,
Yeah.
clear quartz and amethyst always. Like anytime I'm doing any of my mediumship readings, this is what I'm holding at all times. Like it's just an amethyst, and it's just my Lemurian one.
I have
Clear
3.
quartz. And I hold those in my hand because I write messages out. Yes. So
There's
whatever
my
ones you're drawn
3.
to
Those are
is
my 3.
good.
They're I usually have one of those 3 on me,
Yeah.
around me, or I'm just fiddling with it.
Yeah.
Especially the palm stone. You guys, if you want something comforting in your collection, get these. They fit in your hand just
They do.
and
They-
there's yeah, it's like hold a baby with a pacifier. That's all I gotta say. Oh,
For
yeah.
people starting out, though, and if you don't have a
Yes.
big collection and whatnot, you can't ever go wrong with clear quartz. That
You
should
can
be always,
find these.
always
You can find
being
these. I've got them that have been found on riverbanks, and this one right here was found on a riverbank,
exactly.
in Washington State. Someone said one of my YouTube
They don't
buddies
ever
sent
need
it to me.
clearing. They don't
No,
ever need clearing. They don't draw in negative energy. Plus, they enhance. They're healers. They're the ultimate healer.
look
But
at
they
what's
enhance
happening inside mine, though,
all other
because it sits
gemstones.
around the cards and all
Well,
this
see, I
energy.
love that. I love that. I love
It's
it when you
starting
get.
to cloud in the center.
I love inclusions. I
Yeah,
don't like
it
a
was
particular
crystal
sort.
glass clear when I bought it.
I always look for ones that have inclusions and stuff like that,
Like
and
this guy,
going on.
this is a
That to me
found
tells
one.
you so much more.
There's a found one with inclusions inside.
Yeah, yeah,
Phantoms. That's
mhm,
what I call them.
yeah.
I have a Herkimer diamond with a phantom inside of it.
Yes, nice,
Uh,
very
I,
nice.
my dad was a rock hound. I've got slices of out in my backyard. I got slices of petrified wood. I was telling Dolly, Wolf Girl Oracle earlier that yeah, I had to cover up everything because it's so cold, and I needed to wait like newspapers on pansies just starting to come up. And I put newspapers over it, and I needed to weight the newspaper down. So I found this rock, and I was like, I think it's a piece of petrified wood. It looks like I'm going, yeah, and I'm just using it like it's just another piece, just another old rock. It's a piece of my dad's collection.
Yeah,
You have
nice.
rose quartz, Jenny. You know, when COVID started, I asked COVID what to do. Asked COVID. I asked Spirit, what should I do? How should I protect myself? Spirit said, put rose quartz in all your windows. That way, nothing but love can come in.
Oh wow! Now that's not
So
something
I
you would
went
expect
to
to hear.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to Amazon and I bought a pound of
Mhm.
rough. It's all jaggedy and broken up and rose quartz, and I have one in every single window.
Yeah. No, it's now people because you associate that with love, so you don't look at that as a huge protector. So that would have been a surprise to most. But these stones, they will react to how we need them to react in a lot of
Yes.
ways. And if I think for me, like I'm gonna have to start putting out some videos, but I think when it comes to crystals,
Hmm.
it's helpful to have the whole picture thing going on. If you're connected to your chakras, and if you're connected to color, and if you understand the each one, you're drawn, the energy in all the crystals is more activated
Hmm.
when you have that whole
Yeah.
picture. Like you can put on any kind of crystal, and yes, you're going to get the energy off of that. But where it's really going to be effective is when you meditate with them and you visualize the color and what that color brings,
Yes.
and all the energy that goes with that, or with that chakra or whatever. Yeah, it's what
This
you're
is
trying. So for
lapis
me,
lazuli, and this is amber.
yeah,
And
and
I was called to wear those today. When I need to be grounded, I either it's carnelian or amber that I'm drawn to.
yes, and if you're feeling artistic, like
Oh,
I draw, I sketch, I write, I I do jewelry, I design, I do all those things, and so I'm drawn to orange. Is a big one for me. Orange carnelian is huge,
it's so
or
cool.
yeah, or orange
Yeah,
kelso.
I'm creative like that too, but I am more the winter colors.
Mm-hmm.
So my big one is this one.
Yeah.
I have so many pieces of amethyst that I
Yeah, me too.
because it's my birth or it's my birthstone
Hmm.
for February. So um yeah, Dolly's got a good question here.
Hi,
If you could
Teresa.
only buy 4 crystals, which ones rocks, which ones would you consider essential? First one we just talked about, clear
Clear
quartz crystal.
quartz.
Number
And I
2,
would always have a protection one, like so whether that be a black obsidian, a black tourmaline,
I'm a black
or
tourmaline
or
lover.
tiger's eye,
Yep,
whatever, just something a little bit of a protector. And then all the other ones in between, in my mind, it's just whatever you're drawn
you
to.
love, yeah.
It
I
just
would there are, you got all the chakra stones. Pick any one of those 4.
if you're feeling a little down and stuff like that, or if you're needing to pick me up, like yellows and that are great for joy,
Mhm.
feeling joy and inspiration and stuff like that. That works with your solar plexus chakra too, right? So
Yes.
they all have that same energy. Just whatever it is you're going through at that time is what you're going to be drawn to. But you
It's
can't go
interesting.
wrong in putting on any crystal. Like,
I'm sitting here looking at
don't think
the
you have to go out and buy
no.
it's for every mood because we can't afford to be doing that for one, and we don't have to.
No, and if you
It's
really
not necessary. It's what the energies are for. Yeah, if you have
it's a
one
carnelian marble.
each little
Um,
chakra too, that'd be
I
great.
have a little locket that is the Om symbol.
Yeah,
It opens up in half, and it came with the chakra stones to put in the
right.
center. And
Yeah,
I wear that thing. I mean, it's so tarnished. It's like, what color is that? What is that? Because I wear it so much. And then I also started collecting different marbles of
right.
different stones. But I would have to say, me personally, ones that I have to have around that I would consider, yeah, black tourmaline, which I would get out of the window, but
I would have
there's that
green,
noise.
anything
But I
green,
would say definitely clear quartz.
clear quartz, but anything green too. That's your heart chakra.
I was gonna say, here's the one that covers a
Yeah,
myriad of things.
right.
Covers
Yeah,
the
green.
green, the purple, everything.
Yeah,
Get a rainbow fluorite.
yeah.
That I will grab. This one, you don't need to get one real big like this. They come in smaller ones too. Here's a rainbow fluorite wand.
So even if you covered the 4 elements,
Heck
like,
yeah.
okay, so you have the clear quartz that would cover your crown and
Mhm.
your upper chakras, right? And then if you had something to ground you, that's protection and it's grounding. So you could go with carnelians and you could go with tiger's eye and stuff like that. And
Which
that would be the
malachite,
heart chakra. Malachite is for the heart chakra, right?
but malachite is also protection because it's
Yes.
layered like tiger's eye.
Yes.
It's kind of cool. And then you get these two together because they grow magnificently together.
Yeah.
Azurite
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
malachite.
Yes.
So yeah, ooh. Yeah, apparently I needed to pick up that azurite because I just got chills everywhere. How cool
Is
that
that a
is.
raw one? That
Yes.
other, you have to be
Yeah.
careful with that, don't you? I think with the fibers of that. So be careful with that one.
It's even you can see it's got uh
Like
malachite
the,
starting to grow in it.
right?
I got this off of Amazon. See that?
Okay.
See where it's starting to grow inside there? And
Right.
that is progressing as well. I just leave these sitting here. This is an altar, so
This
it,
one here has got it's a more polished, but it has the azurite and it has the malachite in it
yeah,
in this
they,
one.
they're so beautiful growing together.
Yeah, they
And you
are.
can find those here. You can find those laying on the
Posted right in,
ground
by the
here.
way.
Arizona is a rockhound paradise. Here you go. This is my big collection of clear quartz, and that's a woodpecker feather.
That's cute. I like that.
I had to stick that in there for the giggle. But the other thing that you find all over the place around here, copper. That's
Very
copper ore and very raw copper.
Real nice. Yeah, that's healthy. That's just good stuff
My
too.
brother bought that from my dad at the gem show. Kind of interesting. And I'm sure it probably came from someone from some other country. It's not even American copper. Black tourmaline.
So
I would have to say, I agree with you, Manasa. Black tourmaline is so
is
I can't imagine. I used to deal with life without it, and I had nothing to absorb than that negative energy. That was
I wear black tourmaline bracelets,
yeah.
right? But I just made this the other night, and it still needs work. I'm still
I'm
working on
gonna
it. But anyway, but it has the black tourmaline in it. It's moonstone with
ooh,
the black tourmaline, but you can mix that with the tourmaline, right?
that's
And wear that.
gorgeous.
So that's
Show
yeah.
us more. Show us more, girl.
Well, I don't make bracelets to sell because I'm not very good at them. I'm trying. This one's a lapis lazuli with the moonstone.
Mm.
But I made that one for myself because I just recently made this one too. This is so my youngest boy was just married in October in the Dominican Republic, and they brought me home because I couldn't go because of health reasons.
Oh, yeah.
But they brought me home. I got too much light going on here, I think. Larimar from the Dominican.
Oh, yes. Larimar is
So
so
that
beautiful.
light is too bright. Sorry. Try and get
I
that.
love Larimar and
So there's
also
Larimar in the bottom, and then there's lapis lazuli over here, and there's the
ooh,
moonstone with the blue in it.
yes. How
But
pretty.
lapis lazuli is a very strong stone.
Yes,
So
it is.
any of like I was watching in the chat there, somebody mentioned ammonite. I can't say it very good, but anyway,
Amazonite.
yeah,
Yeah.
and these lighter blue ones, they bring a little bit of gentleness to these stronger stones that are for the same thing. Okay, because lapis lazuli and Larimar are going to work on your third chakra, your third eye
Yes.
chakra, and your throat, right? But it brings gentleness to it because it's clear vision and it's clear speech. So it just brings gentleness to it all. Yes.
This is
Anything
something
with
not
that
too many
oceany
people
color
get.
too, yeah,
This is
would
something
do.
not too many people get. That is raw turquoise.
Yeah. So that might be why you're
Untreated,
drawn
picked
to.
up off of the ground in a copper mine. Very illegal. My
Very,
uncle could have lost his job for that. Can you imagine that? It's
yeah,
because they have a contract with the
yes,
Native Americans that all the turquoise that they get full rights on turquoise first.
yeah.
It's
And this one
fine
also,
with me.
this is my
I
last
just
one I'll
like
show.
your
They made
story.
this one. This is your tiger's eye,
Oh, yes.
and it's got
Oh,
I've got citrine in there with it, and I've got the clear quartz on top. So the citrine is about joy and enthusiasm. It brings in that sun's energy like into your solar plexus. So
yeah.
it works well with the tiger's eye because tiger's eye will do the same. But they also bring in abundance, like abundance in joy, abundance in happiness, abundance in all things. And then you got the clear quartz to enhance. It enhances everything, right? And it's the healer. So
Yes, Manasa.
that's just figure out with yourself, like when you're sitting with your stones and stuff, which ones like to be together and which ones don't.
Mhm.
But when you get to a real feel for them, practicing and whatnot, you'll kind of get an idea. And that's why I'm saying if you can learn more about your chakras and colors,
Yeah.
they're really related to the gemstones.
What are you using to set those in?
Clay,
Ah, polymer clay.
yeah, hard as
I
rock.
love it. Because you're doing
I
it,
like
have
it
you
because I
done
can be
anything
really
with
creative. I leave the backs open as much as I can
yeah.
so that the energy can flow through. Like that's important to
Have
me.
you ever worked with precious metal clay, my dear?
No.
Oh my god, that's fun. It's like playing with modeling clay, especially the low fire kind, because all you need is a kitchen torch.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
need a darn kiln to heat them in. You just have to heat them up for 15 minutes to the orange, the light yellow orange state. It has to keep it that for 15 minutes, and it will
Alright.
turn that clay into 99.9% pure. Like I worked with silver, 99.9% pure
Well, I
silver.
might have to look into that. I do the jewelry just because, like, I have never put any of my jewelry up for sale. I have got over 100 pendants and stuff like that that I've made up, and it's mostly every time I try to quit smoking or it's just I'm artistic, so I like to sit and do these things.
You got to do something
I
with your
don't wear
hands.
I don't wear them because the intention is one day that I will sell these, right? And I don't want to be putting my energy all over them. So I don't wear them. Like they're all, most of my stuff is like all packaged and stuff like that.
Oh, how
But
pretty.
I did start a Etsy store and I only put 2 things in there. But I'm not sure if I'm liking the Etsy thing or if I want to go with more of a local selling thing, just because I don't want to jack up prices where people like the idea for me when I do them is I wanted to get good quality gemstones, but
Yeah.
in affordable pieces. Because
Yes.
I like to wear gemstones and I can't afford all those big. I mean, you might get one nice big piece that you're going to pay a lot of money for, but
Hmm.
I'm just the normal person. So I want to. So I see these things and I want them, and I think to myself, just make it then.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be done in the same thing. Like, so,
Heck
but
yeah.
I get hung up on mine because mine are quite artistic and they're definitely
They're
specific.
beautiful.
Well, no,
I love all the scroll
I
work
don't know if
and
people are going to like them because they're very out there, some of it, right? Like, I always like to show this one because it's so artistic and different. And these are not my norm, but I do like to play around, right?
yeah.
So this is she's she's really pretty. I,
Oh, yes.
but she carries like she's got the green appetite, and there's a little
She's
jade.
beautiful.
But she's
Manasa's asking if you have a website.
I do have a website. I
I
don't
have
have them on
all
my
your
website.
I've got all your information down there in the description box.
I
I
have
went
to do
looking.
some work on my website. I haven't been. I haven't. I'm terrible.
Hey, what
I've
we
made
go
a bunch of
through,
these
what we've been
for
going
some people, and I haven't got them mailed yet. I'm terrible for getting stuff in the mail too, so I'm not sure if Etsy's going to be the way for me to go
There you go.
process.
Progress is progress, no matter how small.
Yes,
So don't
but
beat
anyway,
yourself up for what you haven't done.
yeah,
There's a reason why
yes,
you've taken a break. I took a break over Christmas, and it just never quite kicked back in again until today. Until today, it was like Mercury retrograde. Ugh. Boy, it was a good one though. I really, really learned a lot. It
yes,
also didn't hurt that we had 2 portals to go through. I mean, we had 1-1 and then we had 1-11.
yes, yes, and we had the eclipses in between too, like around.
Yeah, it's just like,
And we've got right now we've got Pluto going to be entering into Aquarius, which is going to be huge, and it's been in
yeah,
what do you call it, Capricorn for 20 years. I'm a Capricorn rising, so I've already had Pluto in my thing for the last 20 years. Now it's moving into my sun sign Aquarius, and it's like, oh good God, what's that going to do to me? Right now, I'm starting to wonder about that one. But until like I think it's March, it won't move until to stay there until March. So it'll be back and forth now between Capricorn and that. So we're getting a little taste of what's to come with that whole Pluto thing in Aquarius. Like, so yeah,
yeah.
there's a lot of, I think right now the energy for me, I am just best staying back and quiet for a little bit because
Thank you,
like I say,
Viviani.
I'm very guided. I'm a very guided person. So I know I have a lot of work and I'm kind of in a lot of ways held back with guides
Mhm.
and that and they'll bring me in at different times when I'm supposed to come in, and but it's to get the feel for everything. Everything is taking a little bit longer than it should have. But
Yeah.
like one of your questions you were asking was, in these times of turmoil, how do you
Yes.
get inspiration? And for me, I look at it as this whole chaos is good. As horrible as it is and as ugly as it is, I just every day get to the bottom of it. Like we need to see all the ugliness. We need to
Yeah.
get it
Don't
out on the
hold
table,
it
bring
back.
some light back into it, give people
That's the
back
whole
their power.
problem. The reason this all has happened
This
is
corruption
because
has got to go.
they haven't been honest
And it's been
with
painful.
us.
It's been incredibly painful. And it's going to continue to be painful over the next 5 years.
Yes.
Particularly, like Capricorn's done a good job of breaking stuff down. Like there's social programs and stuff like that, and they build things, but they tear things down. Now Aquarius is coming in, and it's like this people manipulating and dominating for money and for ego. That's got to go. Like they're not going to
They're going to
survive
get their
very long.
asses slapped
A lot
down.
of them in these things, these energies. So
Yeah,
that's
they're
where
not
I
very.
draw. I try to look at the big picture.
That's me too.
That's the
I
difference.
look at how I feel about these people and how I react to them
Yeah.
as an Aquarius. So I know what the Aquarius energy is about. We don't have patience for this kind of shit.
No.
Shut up.
We don't.
Shut up
We
and sit down.
don't. We're about truth.
You're
We're
going to be a
about
3-year-old. I'm going to treat you like a 3-year-old. Just shut up and sit down. That's my whole opinion on it all.
Yeah.
You know?
So, but
Yeah.
all the other signs brings their stuff in too with great stuff. Like so, they all got to learn to work together. And they do
They
work together.
really
It's
do.
amazing.
We all do. You know,
Yeah.
that's interesting because I'm an Aquarius sun,
Mhm.
Gemini rising, and a Leo moon. So when you said
Okay.
you were a Gemini too, I was like, oh, we be airheads, big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Some of
We
the
got
stuff that comes
2
out of my
air
mouth,
signs in each of
people
us.
just sit
Like,
there like, "What is that you're thinking now?" Like, God.
oh, sometimes I'll have a thought and I'll have the thought when I'm having a conversation with somebody and then half the thought comes out in the because I have fibromyalgia. So half the thought comes out in the conversation, but it's the last half of the thought. And they're like, what are you saying?
That's like, and it's hard for me to admit this, but like a magazine or something like that,
Uh-huh.
I start in the middle and I go to the back, and then I
Yes.
go to the front and start and go to the middle. Like I can't do it the normal way. I just never could. And I
It's
sit there and
boring
think
reading
in
it
my head
from
to
front to
myself,
back.
and I always think to myself, "Hope nobody's watching," because I just
Let me
can't.
tell you, this is how I write. I'm working on a novel right now, and I have an outline of what I want to happen. And so I've just gone down chapter, and this has to happen in this chapter. And then I get in there writing, and no, I don't want that here. It's going over here.
Yeah,
No, I'm bored writing this one. Let's write on this chapter for a while.
yeah.
There's like no cohesiveness to it. So it's kind of weird. The first thing I ever wrote like that, I did it from beginning to end. And it was yeah, it was a
I did
life-changing
that.
experience actually to do it that way. This way though is weird how it because it's given to me also. I'm working with Archangel Gabriel on a novel. And I get it
Oh, wow.
in my dreams sometimes.
Good
We've been
for
working
you.
on this for 5 years. We might finish if I'd ever get it together enough to be able to understand what he tells me. He, she, it. Uh, you know.
Well, there are so many, like, in this whole spiritual thing, as we all know, one thing leads to another. So it's just like boom, boom, boom. And we get all this, we get overload and
Yeah.
try to bring it back in together again. Like
Well,
people are
it's
always
hard
saying
to
things like,
process it all.
people will say things like, you need to focus and work on just some things. Well, no, I don't want that because I know they all go together. I just got to figure out how to bring them all together. Like
Yeah,
that's how I think. Like,
that's me
no,
too.
I'm not going to pick one part of it. And no, to me,
Yeah,
they
no,
have
no,
to
no.
go
I'm
together.
looking at it as it's all a puzzle.
So it's not
And
hard to get
I'm
along.
getting the pieces to my puzzle. And my puzzle has a lot in it
Yeah,
because I'm a Heyoka empath. If you come at me as an asshole, I'm gonna come right back at you the same way. Um, and that's just I can't help that. That's clicks in so quick. I am your mirror of everything about you you do not like. So a lot of people don't like me. That's okay. I can't help that. So my attitude is you don't like it. You don't like me. You don't like how I look. Bye. You look somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm on my path for me. You're on your path for you. And here we go. Let's see how long our paths parallel each other because that's where the fun's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, really is. Enjoy the people who cross your path. They
Oh,
may not be there for
absolutely.
very long, and they all have something to teach you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I I love people. I've always I
As an
like people.
Aquarius, I love people,
I
but I
do.
don't have much patience for them.
Well,
It's funny. I like being alone more. I'm a very social person, but I really like my me time.
yeah. Well, I think up until like 4 years ago, I learned to like my alone time, but Saturn has been teaching us to learn to be comfortable being alone. I was never comfortable alone before that.
Oh,
I'm a very social person. I love friends. I love
that
people.
makes a
So I was
lot of
going.
sense.
So now, but Saturn's leaving. But I've learned to be comfortable in my own skin and in my own quiet. And
I have
now I'm going to need it for the rest of my life, off and on.
pretty
But
much
I'm
been
kind of
alone most of
welcoming.
my life. Hi, Vinny. Good to see you. I pretty much been alone most of my life. My brother is 17 years older than I am, and there's nobody in between. So it's like my mom had two families, completely separate, different families. It's my half brother. So as I go through life, it's like, why do I have to be alone? But I
Yeah,
like my own company fine because that's what I'm used to. I mean,
yeah,
I when I was a little kid playing by myself, no problem. I go find my kitty, and my kitty could be my doll. I'd put doll clothes on my kitty and shove it in a stroller, and my kitty would just go and take it,
yeah,
you know. But so as I became an adult, got real needy and clingy to people for my needs. Rescue me. I need to be rescued. First off, show me a woman who truly needs to be rescued, and I'll show you someone who is not being their authentic self. Because most women are perfectly capable of whatever they need, except for some of the physical things that men need to do. Because just face it, we aren't that strong, you know.
yeah.
Um,
I'm a very independent person,
I
so
am too. I
I
fix
don't.
drywall. I sweat. I will fix if I've got a leaky pipe, I will fix it myself. Uh, I have installed my own thermostat because I had to be. I can't afford to hire someone to do that.
Right.
So you learn how to do it yourself. And then once you
Sweet
realize that you can do that, you can do that. You don't need
sweet
anybody to
dreams,
do it.
Benny. Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah. Once you realize you got that, that's a power that you have. You can take care of yourself doing those things.
Yeah.
So that's yeah, it's interesting. I didn't realize it was Saturn that was teaching me that, yeah, I don't need to rely on anybody to bail me out. 'Cause the
Well, it
universe
was
has my back. People don't.
for me personally, like
Hi, Linda
not like
Sandoval.
not liking being alone, but I liked having a social life and I liked having friends and stuff like that around me all the time.
Uh-huh.
But part of that was is spirit. When I'm quiet, spirits around all the time. So I was always scared to be alone
You
for
didn't know
the
how to
longest
handle
time.
the
And
spirit
now
world.
for the last 4 years now, it's just like, and now that I've learned to, uh,
Hi. Wow. Hi, Ron. Hi, Ivana. Hi, Teresa Cole.
yeah, but now that I've got rules and stuff that spirit and I follow,
Yes.
I'm comfortable. I need to be alone at times now. So
Oh, I thrive on it. I actually today, It felt really good today because I pretty much just kind of did whatever today.
Yeah.
Well, listen to me. Yeah. I recorded 5 videos today and
Hi,
edited
Ron.
2 of
Hi.
them, got 2 uploaded. Yeah, I just did whatever. No, I worked on my YouTube channel.
Hi,
But
Ron.
I did card reviews. Got some new cards for my birthday
Oh,
yesterday.
well, happy birthday yesterday.
Well, my birthday actually isn't until
Oh,
February
I was
3rd,
gonna
but
say, well, we're not even in Aquarius yet. It can't be your birthday yet.
yeah, but my dear, wonderful, sweet wolf girl sent me 3
Aw,
wonderful gifts. She sent me the
nice.
most beautiful Buddha. He's right here. Let me show you. I gotta
Hello,
turn it on.
Renee.
Hi, Renee, sweet sister. Good to see you. Oh, Ron Unconditional Tarot.
Oh, very nice. That
Isn't
is
it
very nice.
beautiful? And
Yeah.
when the light's off, let me see if I can kind of show you.
Oh,
See how it
very
shines
pretty.
up on the
Yeah,
flames? Isn't that
that's
beautiful?
nice.
So last night, that's what I had running while I was watching Discovery Plus. I turn off YouTube after like 6 usually. So you guys, I'm sorry you have evening shows. I miss your live streams. I love you, but I go back and I watch them on replay. I watch YouTube all day. So I have to shut it off. And I wasn't that way before. It was like, what do I do? Ah, there's always YouTube. Now it's like, what do I do? I'm sick of YouTube.
I haven't been watching lately.
Yes.
I've been popping in here and there.
Ron's birthday is the 6th of February. Mine's the 3rd.
Ah, yeah, that's
So
right.
Ron, we should do a show together. Let's do a show together for our birthdays. I think that would be fun.
There you go.
It'll be a lot of fun. We have a good time together.
Hard
Yeah.
not to have fun with Ron.
Ron's such a sweetheart.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing threatening about him. Nothing threatening. Yeah. Good people in here. I love my subs. What do you do for a quick recharge when
Hmm.
you're all feel like your all energy's gone? Like I say, when
Well,
you feel like you've been sucked out by the vacuum.
I like sage grows wild here, so I dry out sage, and I do smudge. Uh,
Awesome. So you make smudge sticks.
no, I just do the sage. I don't like
That
all the other
works.
card that goes in it, so I just do a straight up sage thing. But I'll do that real quick. Or my biggest go to is I go within, like I go into spirit. I call in, because if I'm feeling anxious, or if I'm feeling like, when you don't know when somebody else's energy ends and yours starts again, like when you're feeling, because sometimes we take on other people's stuff and it's not ours. So just to pull myself back out again, I will go within and sit in that light.
Yeah. First thing I do is I ask where the energy's coming from because it's not
It,
always me.
yeah, and it's not bad. It's sometimes just heavy. Like
Yeah.
people are
Yeah.
going through a lot
Feel
of heavy
like you're
stuff.
trying to swim in the mud.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because I'm big on flow. It's something that I actually am getting ready to do another talk on flow. Last year for my birthday, I had Shining Hawk Healing, Sonia Rain Lee, and Sienna
Oh, nice.
Metaphysical, Sienna Rose Metaphysical, and we all talked about flow and what flow means to us. So I thought this has been quite a year since we've done that. I want to bring all those ladies back, and I mean, Sienna's got her deck, and you know that One World Tarot is a fantastic deck and book. Oh, she and Lena.
Wolf Girl does the same thing as she was saying there. She does her smudge. She goes in her light. And hello, Herc. Jay.
Yes. Wolf Girl, she's blessed. She has a room that is her room that she can go into, and that is her spiritual room.
Yeah,
Uh,
my office is that for me too.
yeah, this bedroom pretty much is that for me. Right now, though, um, I don't heat my whole house. I pretty much hang out here, the kitchen, and the bathroom. Why in the world am I using a giant old heater
Yeah.
and paying $300? You know, it's crazy. So I
Well,
only
you live in a warm enough state that you can do that.
well,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, it's gonna get to 25 tomorrow. And that's 25 Fahrenheit. So
right.
but that is unusual too.
Yeah.
I I've seen it get as low as 15 here at my house. And it killed a tree. It killed one of my trees. So, but it's really yucky when it gets cold like that and it hits the cactus because that cactus just turns to goo when it gets frozen. You see what happens to aloe vera if you freeze a piece of aloe vera, it just kind of goes to bleh, jelly.
Oh, okay.
And that's what happens to the cactuses. You got
Okay.
those big old saguaros. Those things weigh tons. They're almost all water, and they're 30 feet high.
Wow, eh?
And depends on how many arms they have. They have to be 75 years old to even start putting on an arm. So you see the
Yeah.
ones like the ones in my opening that have the big old tall
Yeah.
arms.
Yeah.
They're really ancient trees. They really
Wow.
are a tree. But yeah, one of those things falls on your house or falls on your car or it's frozen,
Yeah.
a
Aw.
mess.
Yeah, I would think.
You got
Teresa's got a birthday. She's a Pisces, she's saying.
ah,
No, but
happy
she's
birthday.
yeah, but that's
Yeah.
not till March. Hers will be in
Hey, I'll
March.
tell you, happy birthday every day, all year long, as far as
Pisces are beautiful people.
they are. They're the
They
lovers.
bring a lot of love to the world.
Yeah, they're the lovers. But you know what? Us Aquariuses, we bear the weight of the world on our shoulders. We
Everybody
bear the,
does.
we bear the emotions of the world on our shoulders. The water bearer.
Yeah.
And that didn't click with me for a long, long time. Why felt like I had to be so strong all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
the Pisces are the psychics they're the natural psychic.
Yes,
And
they
so
are.
they can go into that heart space and into those emotional uh they're wise beyond
They
going
are.
into those different levels of heart space. I mean, there's nothing more wise than the heart space, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Living your having the opinion, living oh, the way you live with your eyes open and your clarity is to live with your heart wide open. Hi, Samantha.
nice,
Welcome.
Samantha.
Welcome. Um, yeah. Oh, you're a Pisces rising, Renee.
Yeah,
Oh,
beautiful. Yeah, see, that's just a beautiful energy. My husband's he's a Cancer sun, and I think he's a Pisces moon.
oh my
So
goodness.
that makes
That's
him
a
one of
heart
the
and
most
soul lover.
well, that makes him just one of the most gentle, beautifulest people on the planet in my eyes. So that's just
Absolutely.
somebody you got to look after in my mind because
No
be
kidding.
protected.
Wow, yeah. But
Kind.
what but don't make him
People.
mad because he moves sideways.
Who?
And a crab, the
Oh,
Cancer,
yeah,
don't make a crab mad
he's pretty sweet.
because when you go after a crab, they don't go forward or backwards, they go
Right off the track. No, I'm kidding.
and they got those claws too, just like the Scorpio, so watch it. They're very protective. I love Cancers. I was married to a Cancer Gemini cusp. That was fun. It was like being married to 3 totally different people.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
That's why I say was. We're not married anymore. It was a little too hard. Your daughter is a Cancer and my hubby is a Capricorn. The taskmaster. That's what I always think of with Capricorns.
Well, I thank goodness I got Capricorn in my chart because it's my rising sign because I would be all over the place if I didn't have that to hone me in and ground
Well,
me.
that's
Right?
like my Leo. Yeah, my
Yeah.
Leo moon keeps me very grounded.
Yeah.
Because I'm air and fire. It's like one feeds the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I am we
But
do
Your Leo and your Aquarius are opposites.
oh, there, yeah.
So there would be
Perfect
you
signs
would have a little pull and tug going on in you at all times.
constantly,
Yeah.
constantly, because part of me says, let's go out and do something. And the other part of me is like, I really
Well,
like it at home.
Aquarius doesn't care for ego. like we just don't. I don't care for people that.
Oh, you.
I just have a hard time with people with strong egos sometimes.
Me too.
So, so that's
Me too. I
Aquarius.
do everything I can
Your
to
ego.
like, yeah.
I mean,
I have a
that would be a
tendency to
pull and a
crush
shove. But at
egos that
least
are
you would
big.
have a healthy. You would have a very healthy ego with the combination, I would think. But it'd be a
Yeah,
pull and tug all the time.
that's the one thing about Leos is Leos like the attention. But you know, they're the king of the zodiac for a reason.
Oh, they're they're the sun. They just bring that life force. That
You're full of gratitude today? Oh, good. Internet's free now? Woo! Good for you. Hot dog, Renee. Good for you. And
oh,
my
that is
phone,
awesome.
I have free cell phone. I don't pay anything for my cell phone.
That's awesome,
It's through the
Renee. Happy
government.
for you.
You know, it's this it's that when, you know, when Biden first became president, one of the first things he did was make sure everybody had access to the internet. He wanted to make sure everybody had
Oh, that's
Wi-Fi.
awesome. Gotta love that.
So yeah, so I like, yeah, because I'm on a for real fixed income too. So I
Well,
s- I applied for the phone thing and it was like, welcome. What? Not even a yeah, you qualify, you got to do blah 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 to blah blah blah. It was just welcome. Holy cow, it's that easy. And I used my own phone. They sent me
awesome.
the little card. And
They-
yeah, and every month I get it, they re-up it. I that's my Wi-Fi I pay a lot for. Stony Baker,
Hi,
hello, sir.
Stony.
Good to see you, my friend. Again. I mean, I was hanging out with you for a while today. Then I went outside to go get my mail. Yeah. And my neighbor's black lab got away from her. So I had to go help. I helped her catch her dog.
I was just reading Jenny's little note there. My son's a Cancer, so I'm a Scorpio, and I think I was supposed to be a Libra. I know. It's funny to me because Aquarians aren't noted for having a lot of emotion. They can be very blunt at times.
Yes.
So, and I look at my life and I think to myself, because my husband's Cancer Pisces, my two sons are my oldest boy is Cancer, and
Uh-huh.
my youngest boy is a Scorpio.
Oh boy.
So I got all this emotional around me, and it's just like, oh God, back off, because it can be intense, right? Like sometimes,
Oh
but I
my
think that's my it was a learning thing for me to to be reminded that people have feelings, and you got to be careful, and you
God.
can't just blurt stuff out like because.
Yeah, that's one that that's been a real tough one for me. You know, it's like you might not be feeling that emotion, but what you're saying might really be hurting somebody's
Yeah,
feeling.
it helps me be
And you're not
mindful.
intending it that way.
No, I'm much more mindful because of their.
And then have the Heyoka thing on top of that. Really sucks in a way. It's nice because that's a real special kind of empath. Um,
Yeah.
we're the clown. We have a tendency we can be very authentic, but we can also be complete. You have no idea what is underneath the surface. At the same time,
We never know what each other's going through either at different times.
oh man, we just
We
did
gotta give room
the
for
four
people.
agreements. We just did the four agreements, and that's one of them. Don't
Yeah.
take anything personally.
No, we gotta give people room, and we gotta. There's a
People are
lot
having a
going
bad
on in
day.
the world.
Let them work it through it and
Oh,
realize,
especially now, like people are just going through so much, and it's been a
yeah,
long haul for a lot of people, right? We gotta
yes,
make room for it, and people are gonna say things off, and they're not necessarily gonna mean it that way. But so
yeah.
it's
That's,
hard.
that's why I close my show like I do. Be kind to those who are not kind to you. That's
Yeah,
really hard to do because you automatically want to stand up for yourself and put up that barrier and say, fuck off or whatever. But just if
yeah,
you can't be kind to them, just walk away. Just walk away. Realize it's not about you. It's not a plan to come and attack you.
yeah.
They are working through their shit. and who knows, somebody may have really dumped it on them, or it's going through the fan on their
And they
day.
might dump it on you and come back and say sorry. Accept that, because
Exactly.
we're just all having. I mean, there's limits. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, I'm finding we're all having to be a lot more patient and
Yeah.
a little less sensitive.
That's
But
the main things I think that
not. We got to keep our. We all got to try to keep our healthy little selves intact, because
yeah,
there's
and you
something.
can't do that unless you go within.
No, you have to do your work. You have to do your work. I've
You don't
done.
even know yourself unless you go within.
No.
I spent a lot of years spending my time trying to figure out what would make people like me. So that's what I tried to be, was everything everybody else thought I should be,
Yeah.
because they had these preconceived ideas of Katie. And when I couldn't do that anymore and the real Katie started coming out, it shocked the hell out of people. To what
That's
was underneath the surface. Now that's like like we were talking, I'm very authentic now because I don't know how to be any other way. It slapped
yeah.
me in the face so hard trying to be.
I know that for
I was.
myself, I've done a lot of different. Well, I grew up in a. My father's how many year member? I think he's a 40, just about 40-year AA member, and my mom was Al-Anon. So I grew up in a home that was in therapy all the time, kind of
Mhm.
thing. So I have that background in me, but I also have, like, I've had my own abuse stories and stuff like that. So I've taken therapy, I've done therapy, and I've done a lot of codependent work. But all of that,
Why? Yeah.
like you say, like we get labels put on us that are not ours. Or
That's right.
we lots of times don't even know who the hell we are until we do, like you said, go in and have a look and know what's true for us. Like, that doesn't even feel right. I don't even know why somebody would even feel that way about me, but that's how they're feeling in their world right now. If we can try to stay in our own lane a little bit, because we're all so distracted, right? We
Mhm.
have been distracted now for years with all this going on in the world, like all the corruption and stuff like that. We were so removed from
Yes.
reality in ourselves, because it's just always a shocker and we're paying so
To
much
me, the
attention.
shock has been the lack of
But it's
common
time for us to come out of
decency.
that distraction a little bit and let go
Yeah,
of
that
some of
lack of
the stuff,
common
go back
decency.
in and
That lack
we
of common
do our
decency.
work.
Right.
That's
I
how I
agree.
feel.
I agree. I agree. Stony, yeah. I kind of have a tendency to do that too sometimes when people just keep at you. They're having a bad day, but they're just keeping at you. Then,
Yeah.
and I've tried to walk away and they're following me. I will have a tendency to be a little more blunt and just, it's like, I'm sorry, you're having a bad day, but it really isn't about me. And then they don't know what to say, because more often than not, it's a gaslighting thing. And you just did a drop mic. They don't like, uh,
And like Wolf Girl's saying there too, we're all healing from something. We're all healers. We've had to be. I mean,
mm,
we get our hearts broke all the time. We're healing something at all times.
yes.
We're not ever going to be perfect, and we don't want to be perfect. And that's the
No,
whole
that's
idea.
the whole idea we came here for,
Exactly.
is
So
to
yeah,
find
I'm
out
always
what it
going to
was
be a
like
work in
to be
process.
human. Yeah, to find out what it's like to be a flawed being that's human and has
But
free
maybe if
will, and what does free will mean? That's
yeah,
why we're here. This is a schoolhouse. We've
but maybe
all
we
signed
can.
a contract to be here.
But if we do our work, if you're fortunate enough to have been able to have had access to different counseling or different programs or things like that, it's expensive for some and it's not available for a lot of people when they need it.
Yeah.
So if you've had the ability and the good fortune to be able to grow from some of that and had some of that in your life, to extend a little bit to others,
Yes.
there's too
Yes.
much of it out there right now. Like,
I've had a lot of psychotherapy. I was diagnosed clinical depression at 18 years old.
Oh, is that right,
Because
babe?
I stuffed all my feelings so bad, I couldn't even identify them anymore. So, yeah, um, but it was just because so much trauma, 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 crisis, trauma, trauma, crisis, and I stuff it, don't
Yeah.
deal, just move on, stuff it, move
Detach.
on, stuff it. And the next thing you know, whoop,
Monotonous.
it all comes up all at once and it explodes on you, and you either fall apart or you end it all, or you figure out how to put it all back together. And I went through all three of those. I didn't end it all. I wanted to, but my spirit guide Akramal, bless you, told me to go get to a hospital now. And the way he told me it was, I heard it here. I didn't
Right.
hear it here. I heard it here. And it was like, oh my God, he's not kidding. And I didn't realize it was the spirit guide. I thought it was God talking to me. So I beelined it directly to the emergency room. And that's the same my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, you guys.
I was just reading Wolf Curlson. That's why I was smiling. I wasn't smiling at your story. I'm sorry.
No, 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 that's fine.
So she doesn't get
I'm
bored.
happy to be flawed. It gives me something to work on so I don't get bored.
No kidding, eh?
Girlfriend, you never get well, you do get bored. She's such a high energy person. It's like she feels guilty because she's recuperating from surgery and she's not doing a whole lot. And she's like, I should be doing something. No, this is your time. Here's what you do. You go within.
Yeah.
This is your time. Everybody's at work during the day. You got a
Yeah.
lot more quiet time to focus on you and healing your body. We're all overjoyed you don't have cancer, that they got it all. So,
Yes. Absolutely.
so we're just all, now we're
Absolutely.
all just praying for your healing, because that conversation you were having earlier with Herc 213 was great. You guys hit it off just like brother and sister. It was so much fun to watch you two. It was good because I talk a lot to both of you. So it was good to see you together.
That's awesome.
Before we go, we definitely need to do the Lightworkers Roundtable.
Yes,
The
that's fine.
Lightworkers
Yeah.
Pledge.
Pledge.
We didn't get to do that last week. Last week ended up being 3.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
Benny and I stayed on for quite a while after.
Awesome.
Edie got tired and she went to bed. Benny and I stayed on for quite a while. It was just the conversation never stopped. So why stop it? We really enjoyed ourselves. So I will read this along. You guys follow along and say it in your hearts, because you're all light workers or you wouldn't be here. I declare a pledge to love. I will act based on judgments from the heart. I will act not based on judgments of fear or lack. I will act not controlled by self-interest, commercial, or political agendas. I will act attempting to reduce conflict and division. I will act to promote cooperation. I will act to promote consensus. I will act to promote peace. I will act recognizing the quality of all living beings as well as human beings. I will act to pursue a picture of collective truth rather than personal truth. And I will act to acknowledge the responsibility of supporting others in their spiritual awakening, which we're starting to see a lot more of that. I will act and do not deliberately or knowingly misinform. I declare this pledge in love.
And so it is.
I always have to take a really deep breath after that, because I found that on the internet.
Samantha?
I went back. It was apparently something somebody had written for a philosophy class, because I went back to go cite credit and give credit where credit's. I'm an author, so that's, I'm real big on making sure you have your footnotes right. And I couldn't find it again. It was
Oh,
gone.
man.
It was gone, and I was like, "Wow, thank you, Spirit. What a gift."
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful thing. And Samantha, black tourmaline or black obsidian or tiger's eye, smoky
Mhm.
quartz. Those are all good protection stones.
I'm grabbing my
I keep a big
my black tourmaline.
fucking black obsidian by my bed
Oh,
because
really?
I get a lot of messages and dreams and stuff, and I roam around in my sleep. So,
Yeah, I had to move my moldavite. I can't really even have it in the bedroom. It keeps
and
me
that's
awake.
one stone I don't care for. I'm
It
not
really keeps me
I'm not
awake.
drawn to it at all. It's a
One
little
piece,
too
it's just
strong for
one
me.
people either like it or don't.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's pretty. It's just not my to.
And there's a lot of fakes. A lot of melted glass out there
Yeah.
sold as moldavite. But here's my tourmaline, and like I said, it has selenite pieces in it. See the little white
Yeah.
pieces? And that's
Very
the
nice.
cheapest. You guys, I can only wear necklaces that are on string. If I wear a necklace, this
I
just
get.
started happening in the last year. If I wear a necklace on a chain, it breaks.
Oh, it's
The chain
already. Oh, wow.
breaks. It doesn't matter if it's a big chain, a little chain, they break. And I'm not catching it on anything. I'll just look down and it's like, "Where's my necklace?" Oh, it's all piled up down in there. It's like, okay. So all my necklaces are. So I tat. I do tatting. Let's talk about making lace. That's a really, really old hobby. I don't even think anybody does that anymore. But I
What
have
is it?
all kinds. It's like a type of crochet that you make lace
Oh, okay.
with.
Nice.
And it's beautiful. It's fun to do. Um, but it's very tedious. And you're making little teeny, teeny, tiny, tiny like knots. But you use a thread that is similar to this thread. I got
Wow.
this on Amazon. It came with the neck, on this, and it hangs in my window more than I wear it because it's absorbing any negative energy coming in that window. I've had issues with neighbors the during when we did the COVID thing. Hello, no baby. My cat. She has this thing about biting and pulling on things. I'll make her move. Throw a little box at her and make her move. Anyway, yeah, that I forgot what I was saying. She totally distracted me. My little girl, I swear. My cats are going to be 14
Oh, wow.
in April. And I can't believe it. Her brother
Wow.
and sister. This is what
They've
happens
had you look after them well, apparently.
when you get two kitties from the same litter. Odds are you're going to lose them really close together too. And I didn't think about that. So that's okay.
But Samantha, I was going to say too, if you don't have any of those protection stones, to just you can call in your angels to guard and protect you always. Just to ask them to keep you safe when you're awake, safe when you're asleep, protect your energy. That you can do without costing you anything or having to run out and get some. But
Yeah.
just
Here's one that I say all the time. Archangel Michael, I ask that you cocoon me in your shield of reflection. Any negative energy coming my way, let it hit the reflective shield and be bounced back on its originator. I ask
mhm.
I mean, and it works every time. I had it done over my house and I had it stop at my property line. I had hawks hanging out here with rabbits at the same time. I had you the first year of COVID, the stuff that happened on my property underneath that shield was amazing. I The hawks came every day and sat on my bird bath. It's not even 20 feet away from me right here. As a matter of fact, this morning it was frozen solid, but but Yeah, I have Cooper's hawks, you know, big old things sitting there, and they're watching me in here. I finally figured out they were messengers. That was my mother and my
Mhm.
father making sure I was okay.
There you go. Yeah. Well, and our guardian angels,
Yes?
they never ever leave us.
No.
Their job is to never leave our side, and they don't ever judge us. This is unconditional love, always.
Oh, and I've seen
But
them.
mine,
Yeah.
he's behind me often, and I feel his wrapping his wings, and I'll ask him, wrap me up,
Uh-huh.
keep me
Yeah.
warm. Just yeah.
Yes.
We
I
don't
was
need all these stones and stuff to feel protected, is all I want to say with
No, you
that.
don't. That's an earth form of protection. You want a real spiritual form of energy protection, talk to the angels.
Right.
Really. I can say one night I woke up and I'm looking around my room and I was scared because in the corner there was this dark thing. I'm like, what is that? That I never seen a shadow figure before. Why are they showing up here? And all of a sudden I heard, because Archangel Gabriel talks to me a lot. Archangel Gabriel says, no, that's one of your guardian angels. They're at every doorway and a corner in every room of your home. Don't be
Yeah,
frightened. When you see them, they're there for you. I was
yeah,
like, wow, thank you.
very
Then
well.
I had a colonoscopy. I have, I'm a breast cancer survivor, and I have in the mitochondrial DNA colon cancer in 3 generations. So they watch me for that. So I have colonoscopy every 3 years. So this particular one I was really nervous about. I don't know why. I just had this feeling that "Ugh, something's wrong in there. Something's wrong in there. I don't know." It was just stress. But during that, I'm laying on the gurney and I got the anesthesiologist right here getting ready. He hasn't given me anything yet. Getting ready to give me medication. And the doctor, podiatrist is right, or guy, yeah, gastroenterologist. He's not a butt doctor. He's my gut doctor. Anyway, he was telling me what was going to happen, and he's in the process of telling me. And I hear this shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And I'm looking, and back up over in the corner behind him is this huge figure, but all I could see were wings. They were that shuffle shuffle was trying to fit in the room. It was Archangel Michael.
Wow, eh? Yeah.
And he came over and he put his hand on I had my hand up on the bar, you know, just because I put it there because it's you're so confined. It's like you put your hand up. And I felt him put his hand on mine. And he said, "You're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I'm here. You're gonna be okay."
Yeah, there are so many
And
amazing
then
stories there.
anesthesiologist gave me the drugs and off I went. That happened before the drugs hit me. So, and I was telling them all about it when I woke up, you know, and they're like, "Well, sure, we gave you a Michael Jackson cocktail."
I'm just wanted to
Propofol. They gave me propofol, and you'll see all kinds of things on propofol. And I was like, "You don't understand. You hadn't given me anything yet when I saw him."
right. Wow, that's awesome. That's an awesome happening to have. Samantha, I didn't think you were crazy by saying that, by the way. We all do that. And because I'm a Reiki master, I've learned with the chakras how to pull energy. Like when I see a block and whatnot, I will draw that energy out of that
Mhm.
chakra and I throw it to a lit candle or an open window or a plant. But what I do is when I'm in bed and sometimes just before you go to sleep, sometimes you'll get a violent or stupid thought go through your head and I have no idea where it comes from. Like it's got nothing to do with me. And it was like, where did that come from? I literally do this. And for me, it works. So I'm just saying this,
Mm.
maybe it'll help you. I just do a pull. I just say, oh,
Right
geez,
out your
get
third
rid of
eye.
that. And I throw it because I always keep a plant by my bed. I just throw it. And I verbally say that out loud to the guides and angels. Take that from me, please. That's not mine. And then I change my thinking. I would just move on to something else. So I'm able to get to sleep then properly.
You know,
So
what I do
it helps me.
when I get that kind of a feeling like that, I usually first thing I do is stop and say, "Where's this coming from?" And when I realize it's not from me,
Yeah.
then I will say, "No, I reject this. Go away."
Yeah.
And it always goes
Yeah.
away.
But for some reason, doing that physical, I
Oh
pull it up.
yeah, I
It
get
just,
that too. I Kundalini Reiki,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and you trigger your Kundalini when something like that is going on. It's
Yeah.
and you blow, you say whatever, and you blow it out of your hands. It comes out your hand
Yeah. It,
instead of your third, instead of
you
out of
can
a
pull it
chakra.
out. You can pull it out of any.
Yeah, it just. So when I'm doing a remote healing for someone, it's it's do this. You say their name, you blow it out, and then you push it away.
You do Kundalini, I do UC. But yeah.
Okay, yeah, I am level 1 NC,
Okay. Oh,
and
good.
that's what got me interested enough to dive in. I heard that there was something in a gland at the base of our spine that keeps your chakras spinning, keeps
Hmm.
your chakras going. It's powerful. It's like
Hmm.
I cannot describe how it feels when I
Yeah.
trigger the Kundalini.
Yeah, me
It
too.
it is the warm snake that hugs. It is the caduceus completely. If your body is going, you're eating something that your Kundalini says, no, it's not good for your body, you're going to purge it out.
Oh, mine, I wish it would do that.
Oh, when you first trigger if you
Oh,
trigger
I
your
have triggered
Kundalini,
mine. Trust me, I've had my experiences, but it doesn't do
if
that
you
to me.
trigger your
Which
Kundalini
would be
and you don't,
helpful though if it did.
yeah, you don't know what you're doing when you trigger the Kundalini, when you awaken it,
Yeah.
you will think you're going crazy, Samantha, because you step anywhere are anywhere near a motor, your whole vibrates inside. Your whole body does that. I mean, I couldn't for about 6 months, I could not feel my feet touching the
Wow.
ground. Um, Freaked me the heck out. I was like, "What the?" And it finally started to calm down, and I needed to go somewhere, so I had to ride the bus. So
Thank you,
I'm cool.
Vivian.
I'm great until I stepped on that first level on the bus with my foot, and there it goes. The whole bus ride. It was like hard to keep track of where I was, and I got to pull the cord and to get off. And wow, yeah, I could for 2 weeks ate nothing but oranges because anything else I ate made me sick to my stomach.
Oh, is that right? Eh?
It was just how it was the body purging. It was the body getting all my chakras spinning and in order. And wow, clap your hands together, kuts, which is Korean for stop. And then I toss away the violent thought. I love it. I never tried putting
Same
it
idea.
into a
Exact
plant.
same. Yeah,
I
that's awesome.
my kind of empath though, I would have a hard time putting it into a plant because that plant is like me. I look at the
No,
plant as a sentient
the plant is pure. Its
okay.
energy is much more pure than ours. It makes it healthy again. So
Well, good grief, I'm gonna be starting doing that a lot because what I got
I
growing in
never ever
my
do Reiki.
bathroom.
Never do Reiki or any kind of energy work without my white candle going or a
Oh,
plant.
yeah, I'm constantly giving my
You throw it
medical
back
plant.
to be healthy again, like it goes back to the universe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it the same as giving your plants a Reiki treatment?
Oh yeah, and they thrive off of it.
Well,
Your
everybody wants to know why my marijuana plants are going apeshit. They get a Reiki treatment every morning, you guys. Hi, Kevin. They get a
I
Reiki
give it.
treatment. I hold on to those the pot, because they're in fabric pots. And I hold on to that pot and I focus Kundalini going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. up and down, up and down, up and down. And the plants are just, yeah, I've got a 16-inch bud growing. And I hang out in Stony Baker's chat with people like Kemet, and they're all going, how are you doing that? How are you doing that? I just give them a Reiki treatment and I water them and I feed them. It's all organic. That it's good that I am doing this. My doctors have prescribed it for me. And so I grow the marijuana because I know exactly what's in it.
Mm,
There's not a lot of, chemicals aren't there. It's not laced with something. It's
yeah,
not, it's 100% pure organic stuff.
right.
And it's my medicine. So
Yeah,
of course it's got to be clean and clear and pure.
yeah.
Sometimes I hear people calling me and they use my full first name.
Wow.
Are you talking about calling you?
I've had that actually happen too. Like I'll be like, I remember once really clearly, like there's several times, but once really in the mall,
Mhm.
I was just looking at a clothes rack and I could hear what I thought was my mom's voice,
Yeah.
clear as a bell, say Tracy out loud. And I stopped what I was doing and I'm looking around. I'm going, yeah, yeah. I'm waiting for more, but nothing more came. But yeah, I've heard that. I get that
Yeah.
too sometimes.
I get that too. That's why I was kind of starting to ask it as a question, Jenny, was because since my mom passed away, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's preceded by a raven flying over,
Mm,
which is unusual because the ravens are in the mountains. They're not down here in the desert. So
right.
you don't see ravens very much. And usually with me, when I see a raven, it means that someone's going to leave me.
Oh, is that right?
So it's interesting. But in the last 3 years, how many people have come and gone out of our lives? Wow.
The ravens bring magic and messages, right? Like
Right.
ravens around all the time, but I live right in the mountains, so like
So
the
you see
ravens here
lots of them.
just
I love ravens. I grew up with them, Crater Lake, we used to have our
they
second
crack me
story
up because I
window.
think they sit and talk about us, right? And it's like they're laughing at us.
Oh, I know.
You're
Oh,
rude.
you have a bird here. It's a little bird. It's a little songbird, and it has a giggle. I swear to you, every time I hear that bird, it makes me laugh. And I can't, it's not a cute kind of a laugh. It's makes me laugh. I can't help it. It's a funny yeah. It's
Good night,
bird.
Wolf Girl. Thank you for coming out, you guys.
Honey, I love you. You have a good night. And thank you so much. Uh yeah, I bet you're tired. She did that live stream too, so that's a lot after having that
Long
big surgery she had. So I will talk at you in the morning. First thing. It's like I do my card in the morning for Instagram, and she's one of the first people I hear from. Her and
day.
Mari Martel. Mari Martel always has a beautiful good morning, my friend.
I
She
always want to catch Manassas, but Manassas so early.
5:30
I
for
know.
me.
But
Yeah,
I'll have to make a habit of going back and watching her replays more because she does a good
they're always good. I love her
messages too.
meditations. I love Manasa. I like working with Manasa. She's very gracious and yeah, wonderful friend. She is my good buddy. I have made the most wonderful friends in this community. People that I will know the rest of my life. Wolf Girl Oracle, she and Stony Baker, I've known them for 6 years.
Oh, is that right, eh?
Yeah. And I met them on my other YouTube channel I used to have a long, long time ago. So, yeah, we all came from a really wild community, I'll tell you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I learned everything that you don't do on YouTube. I did it all, pretty much. Yeah. That's why I don't care if y'all know I'm in Tucson, Arizona. Dox me. I don't have a whole lot, so go up for it. I don't care. But you don't find that happening a lot anymore. People
No.
getting swatted and doxxed. That's why when Marjorie Taylor Greene came up with that, I got swatted twice in the weekend. I wanted to say, well, you should quit calling the cops on yourself. Only just was to get attention.
Yeah.
She didn't act like she was truly scared. And besides that, honey, why y'all afraid? Y'all got all them guns. You don't need no cops. You got guns. You carry one in your purse to harass high school boys.
Mm.
Did you see that video of her?
No.
One of the Parkland High School students was in Washington to talk to Congress to testify about what happened. And she harassed him, followed him all over the place on the sidewalk. And why are you talking? I got a gun in my purse. Does that scare you? And all that kind of shit. Yeah. That was when she first was in office. That was right in there with hers. Sorry, Jewish space lasers. That's okay. There's somebody, George Takai. I love him on Instagram. He posted a thing about, I need to look that one up. It's a funny one. It's about Jones. Oh, shit. Let me look that up. I'm going to look that up because it's funny. It's something about he claims that women won't leave him alone. Alex Jones claims that women won't leave him alone. And I posted in the comments, he claims a lot. I've gotten 13 thumbs up on that. So, hey, who knows? Maybe I'll get George Takai's attention and we'll get him on here.
Stranger things have happened, as we've all witnessed lately.
Hey, no kidding. Well, I've had about 3 or 4 of my posts on Instagram liked and commented by Greg Braden.
Yeah.
So I'm like, ooh, and he just lives right over here next door in New Mexico. He lives in Santa Fe.
Oh, really, eh?
Yeah, just out of Santa Fe. So I'm thinking, I've followed him since the 1980s. Long time. Would be really, really an honor to get him for just 5 minutes. Hey, we got Ron T. Moore. He's big time.
Yeah.
Mr. Akashic Records himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, look at his effect on the community. We're all benevolent everywhere. We're benevolent in everything.
Yeah.
The most benevolent outcome on everything that we wish.
He's a very interesting man, that is for sure.
He's fascinating. Yeah, that's like talking to. I would like to sit down and talk to just really have a one-on-one conversation with someone like James Van Prague.
Yes. His, the first book I ever read in stuff was one of his, and I can't remember. I think it was Heaven Can Wait or something like that. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to Heaven, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That was first time I had learned about the clairaudient and clairvoyance and all the rest of it was reading that book, and that was many years ago. But
I used to watch him a lot on Gaia TV.
Yeah, I used to watch him and Sylvia Brown back then too.
Oh,
right?
Sylvia Brown. I used to have a friend that
John
she
Edwards.
swore Sylvia Brown was an apostle. I was like, oh my God, really? Really? Okay. Okay, because caught that woman in lots of scams.
Yeah.
Scams and scandals.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Colette Baron Reed, she used to have a medium show out there too. I used to watch that. And
she's got a YouTube channel.
Yes, yeah, I follow her.
I really enjoy her YouTube channel, actually.
But when she was doing, like, she had a program where she was doing mediumship readings and that, I used to watch that all the time.
Yeah, I would have to say probably the only 2 people like that I really watch on YouTube. I watch Raina George.
Hi,
Raina
Naughty.
George. Hi, Nikki. Good to see you, darling. Hey, Jules. Woohoo, hi. I watch I forgot who I was going to say.
Sorry.
Fibro Brain. No. I forget things often.
Well, no, I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Well, no, the fibromyalgia causes a fog that I'm constantly trying to blow away. Genevieve, what a beautiful name. I figured that you were not a Virginia because of the way you spell Jenny. Genevieve is a gorgeous name.
That is a very pretty name.
Genevieve and Guinevere. Those are two beautiful names. When I grew up, the movie Camelot.
Yeah.
Came out when I was like 12, 13 years old.
Right.
So singing along with Julie Andrews and stuff to that. So I think that's why I love those names, because
Right.
Saint Genevieve. So it happened a lot last year. You had COVID last year, Jenny? Bless you. Hi, Ace. Welcome. Welcome from the future.
Hi, Ace.
Ace is in Australia.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, Tracy, thank you so much.
Oh, this has been wonderful. Thank you. Just getting to know you a little better, and that's great.
Come back. We come back.
It's very, very comfortable. You're
Thank you.
comfortable to be around. You're real. I like you.
Thank you. I like you too. We have so much in common. We're going to do this again.
No, it was very nice. Thank you.
And yeah, and if you want to, we could work together like through Zoom or something on some precious metal clay stuff, because I've got some.
Yeah.
I got all the stuff.
No, I'll have to do that. You'll have to show me.
I've also was just telling everybody yesterday when I was opening up that Buddha, it came in styrofoam. I've been collecting styrofoam for years to make hypertufa flower pots.
Oh.
And I thought, hey, all I got to do, the only thing I'm missing is a bag of concrete. So when it gets a little warmer out there, I'm going to do some live streams from outside, and we'll make hypertufa pots. How to make pots that look like they're made out of concrete or stone, and they're really light.
Nice.
So yeah,
I'd be into that.
They're fun. You can use old dog bowls or all kinds of things for molds to do. It's a lot of fun to make. So
I bet.
Stick with me, Tracy, and we'll talk in 2 minutes when we go backstage. Sometimes people, it's funny, as soon as we end the show, sometimes people leave right away, and sometimes people will hang out and chat. Scott Allen and I chatted for 2 hours after we
it's all right,
So yeah, that's what's the fun about being able to collaborate with all these wonderful people.
Yes, there are a lot of really good people,
loving, special people. It's like
a lot of very talented, gifted people, and they all bring their own charm too. Like everybody's.
I've done over 30 of these, so that ought to tell you how many.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of different.
Yeah, for red lentil healing. Yeah.
I would like to work with her one day, I think. Red lentil healing.
She's fun.
Because of all her chakra work, and
she's excellent. She knows her stuff, that's for sure. She knows all about the chakras and essential oils.
There you go.
And tarot. So, hi, Shelby Lisa. Good to see you. You're here just in time as we're getting ready to sign off, hon. I'm sorry. Wow.
Really nice of you all to drop in.
I love it. Thank you so much, you guys.
And all your input throughout the night, everybody.
As always. It's always, 90% of the live stream is the chat.
Oh, it is.
Especially my live streams, because my live streams don't have a big agenda planned. I just let spirit guide it.
Yeah.
I step aside. When I'm reading cards and stuff, I step aside and let spirit talk. So half the time I don't even know what I'm telling you. I'm serious. It's kind of fun. I'm watching and I'm hearing and I'm going, wow, that's profound. Where'd that come? Wow, Katie. It's like, it obviously is spirit. It's not me. Oh, you've been lurking. Good.
It's funny how you get to with the chat and that you feel like you know each other, like you're friends, stuff like Viviani. Like, she's
We're
awesome.
everywhere.
Yeah, like, one
Yeah,
day.
Viviani, Teresa Cole, and Sharon
Oh,
Sype,
yeah,
and Debsy.
all of them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and
But,
they're all,
like, on our, Instagram too, Viviani.
yes.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you collect styrofoam also, and you make Halloween props. Yeah, to cover with Monster
Oh,
Month.
that would be cool.
That sounds like fun. Ah, Halloween time in September. Girlfriend, let's talk.
Mhm.
You come on here and show us some of that. What do you think? What do you think? I
Yeah,
think that would be fun, Shelby. Ooh, I'd love that. I'm an artist, so I'm a painter. Well, and I do crafts and I do diamond painting. And you heard things falling a while ago over here. It's because I need to finish my shaman's rattle that I've started.
nice. What have you got in
That's
that?
just paper mache
What
over a
have you got in
balloon.
it? What do you put in it?
Pea
Just
gravel.
okay.
Pea gravel
Yep,
from
yep.
outside. Well, here in Arizona, we get critters, and I thought, well, I could put
Yeah.
dried beans or something in there, but they would eventually turn to powder because the little bugs would eat them. So yeah, and that's a mesquite stick, but I decided since I need a bigger stick, the proportion's wrong. It's just all wrong. I just liked how this one held my hand. But I have that, and I have a medicine wheel. Shining Hawk Healing has
Yeah,
helped me with the design for my medicine wheel.
she's so graceful. She's
Oh,
amazing. I like
she is
her
one of
energy.
the kindest, most wonderful
Yeah, she's
human
got a
beings
beautiful
that I
energy.
know. Yeah.
She's a true healer, that one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm,
She's I love her very much. I would classify her as my shaman.
yeah,
She's who I go to. I was going to do a vision quest, and I had mushrooms, and didn't know what to do if I saw something scary. What do I do? So I thought, well, let's message her on Instagram. I messaged her. I'm gonna do this, and this. And she's like, well, do you have something that is that's close to you that you love that um, reminds you of love and peace? And I'm like, yeah, that rock it's not mine, it's yours. It's the rock you have on the center of your medicine wheel that has love written on it. I love that. I mean, I see it in my dreams, even
mhm.
that stone from her medicine wheel. And
Oh,
she's
wow.
like, well, then there you go. Use that. She said, use that as your constant. If something scares you, visualize that stone and it'll go
Very
away.
cool. That's
Oh,
great.
she's explained to me what the colors mean on her medicine wheel. Um, I found Native American
Plus, body.
symbols on Pinterest that Spirit wants me to put on my medicine wheel and on this rattle. They're made to be used together, as in calling home the troops for peace.
Right.
Um, it's a very involved project that I'm working on there.
Good.
Yeah.
Very worthwhile one.
Yes. Hi, Scotty B. Good to see
Yes.
you
Hi,
again.
Scotty.
My goodness. So, you guys, you be good at whatever you're doing. Be good at it. I don't mean be a good, stay home and be good. Just don't get in too much trouble. Be kind to those that aren't kind to you. But most of all, please, please, please be kind to yourself. You gotta be your own best friend. Because who can you trust but you?
We all have a lot of work to do,
We
and
sure do.
we need to
We need you.
open that heart space for people that are going to need it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
We're
coming
all going
forward.
to.
We signed on to be here to help the people that are coming forward as afraid people who are lost.
Yeah.
There's a lot of disillusioned folk out there, and so we need to be kind and loving to them because they're freaking out. Their whole way of life is changing, and And
Take
they
care,
never
Mom.
thought that would happen. It wasn't going to happen in their lifetime, and it's got to be the apocalypse. No, no. It's actually a really good thing.
Yeah.
I love you guys so much. Be kind to
Take
yourself.
care, everybody, and thank you all for coming out.
And here we
And
go.
Katie, thank you for having me.
Oh, Tracy, thank you so much
so
for
good.
being here. You are welcome anytime. I'm classifying
Thank
you.
you.
You're my sister now. We're Aquarius sisters. We got this one, girl. Oh, so gotta get into the right area.
Stay well, everybody, and be careful out there.
Please, please, please. And here we go.